Welcome to Addicted to Real Estate TV. On today's episode, we're going to talk about, have you ever had these challenges in the real estate investing business? I bet you have, so stick around. I got some great lessons to teach you.
To say you gotta know somebody, or know somebody to get somewhere these days. To say you know that's alright, yeah that's alright, cause you know that's alright with me. Yeah, you know that's alright, yeah that's alright, cause you know that's alright.
Hi, I'm Phil Falcone, your host of Addicted to Real Estate TV. Today's episode was sponsored by Realty Mark 100, where real estate investors can get MLS access for only $59 a month. That's right, real MLS access, the same access that realtors get and pay thousands of dollars a year to get. You can get it just by having friends at Realty Mark 100. Check them out at the phone number below and the website below. Okay, so today I promised to talk about, have you had any of these challenges in the real estate investing business? And I bet you have. So let's get started talking about them. Lots of people get in this business and they buy themselves a piece of real estate, maybe even a second piece. And then a funny thing happens. They run out of money. They can't raise the 20% down that they need to do what I like to call a conventional deal, where you put down 20%, you go to a bank, you use your credit, you sign your name away, and the bank gives you the loan. Conventional deal. The way that most people buy houses when they first get started. I'm guilty of that as well. Same way I bought houses back in 1989 when I got started in this business, and I didn't know any better. That's what I did, okay? And funny thing will happen there. You could be a millionaire, or you could be a guy who's got $40,000 to your name, is all the money you got in the world. But a funny thing happens to both of those guys, and let me tell you what it is. They run out of money, okay? You run out of that green stuff. And sooner or later, you don't have any left. So what are you going to do? You're going to stop buying real estate? I certainly hope not. Not in this market. Not in 2013 do you want to stop buying. You want to start buying. You want to start buying like crazy. You want to get busy buying. That's my saying, get busy buying, people. I've been buying very aggressively, as much real estate as humanly possible, since the fourth quarter of 2010, when I announced it was time to get busy buying. Okay. We're all going to run out of money sooner or later. So there has to be a way, very simple way to solve this problem. How do you solve this problem? How do you solve this challenge? Simple. You stop using your money to buy real estate. Okay, use private investors' money. All right, you find people to put up the money to invest in your real estate deals, and you give them a piece of the deal, or you make payments to them. There's lots of different things that you can do with private investors. If you don't know about it, you need to learn about it. Okay, who's going to teach you that if you don't know how? Your new buddy Phil Falcone's going to teach you. That's who. All right, there's several ways that I could teach you these kind of things. First of all, there's my book, Addicted to Real Estate. Why I can't stop and why you should start. Have you bought this book? Have you read this book? Well, you really should, okay? Now, you probably got an extra $20 laying around, so I know you can afford to buy this book. I happen to have a surplus of these books, so I'd be willing to sell you one for $20. Buy it. Check it out. Learn what 24 years of real estate investing experience can teach you. It's pretty amazing, all right? So the answer to the first challenge is you can't raise the money. You have to stop using your money. You have to use private investors' money. Let's move on to the next challenge. Okay? A lot of people think that they're going to be rejected by a bank. When they go to a bank, they get a loan. And guess what? You most likely will. Why? Because those son of a bitches reject everybody. All right? You have too many houses. Your credit score is too low. I'm sure you've heard all the reasons. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? All right? So how do you solve that problem? Should I make my credit score higher? Should I stop spending as much money on my credit card? Sure, that's all great information and probably things that you should do in your life. But I'll give you one you probably haven't thought of, and that's stop doing business with banks. You don't need them, okay? You have to learn how to do seller financing, subject to taking over existing mortgages, seller financing, having a seller finance you the house. You put down some down money using private investors' money, and you get the seller to contribute to the financing of the property. What did you just say? You don't know how to do that? Well, guess who can teach you that? Your new buddy, Phil Falcone. Check out the Buyer's Briefcase. This is my product right here. It's called the Buyer's Briefcase, and guess what it's all about? It's teaching people how to finance their real estate deals without their own money, without the support of banks, get to keep the properties, and sometimes get paid to buy them. Now, how did I come up with that? Simple. I've been in this damn business for 24 years. I'm addicted to real estate, okay? Whatever problems and challenges you can have in this business, I've had them all right? I already know what they all are, and I already figured out how to solve all these problems. Now, when people first get into the real estate business, here's what they usually do. They think that they're so smart that they're going to come up with a whole new strategy for investing. So they go through all the learning curves of making all their own mistakes until they finally come around to listening to somebody who's already done it. Well, guess what, people? I've already figured this business out. If I haven't figured it out in 24 years, I ain't never gonna figure it out, okay? I've got it figured out. The secrets to this business are very simple. You need to be able to buy properties with none of your own money, okay? That way you never run out of money. You're always using other people's money. You need to buy properties without using the banks. That way you can't be rejected for all the millions of reasons that they're going to reject you for. And even if you had great credit and had tons of money, guess what? They'd still reject you on the grounds that you own too many properties. So they're going to reject you sooner or later, no matter who you are. You have to learn how to finance your deals from other ways besides banks. All right, let's keep going. All right, another challenge that I hear people say is I'm too busy at my job, at my job. Now, why do I have to work a job? All right, why can't I just quit my job and become a full-time real estate investor? And then I wouldn't be too busy at my job to go out and make real estate deals. Well, that's true. Here's the big challenge that happens there. You need your job to make an income. And you could buy real estate to make an income, but you'd most likely be forced to sell the properties. That's what we call a flip. Or you'd have to do a wholesale deal where you buy a property, get it under contract, sell the contract to another real estate investor. Now, if you're forced to wholesale your properties or flip your properties because you don't have a job, because you don't have income, so you need to use real estate investing to provide you with an income, guess what happens? You're eating your own portfolio. Eating it meaning you're selling off the assets that you're buying. Simultaneously, while you're buying them, you're selling them, and you can hardly keep any of them because you're too damn busy using them to make an income. And guess what happens in the end? You're no better off than you were before when you had a job. Okay? You give up your time to get paid, and then you use that money to buy real estate. You want the real estate to be for building wealth. You don't want it to be for income. You want it to be for building wealth. So how do you get out of that vicious cycle? If you can't quit your job and you can't give up your income and you can't become a full-time real estate investor because you've got to sell your own portfolio, how do you do it? Here's the trick, my friends. You ready? Are you listening? You got to figure out a way to get paid to buy houses. That's right. You're not hearing things. I'm telling you that you can buy properties with none of your own money, without the support of banks. Get to keep them, meaning you don't have to flip them and you don't have to wholesale them, and you can get paid to buy them. Now, if you could get paid to buy real estate, if that was actually true, if that could really happen, all right, you certainly could do it, right? So the question is, do you believe me, your new buddy, Phil Falcone, do you believe me that you could get paid to buy houses? If you do, start reading my books, start coming to my meetings, pick up the Buyer's Briefcase, watch my TV show, sign up for my TV show. Okay, you can sign up for my TV show right on my website, addictedtorealestate.com. Put your name and email address in so I can send you these TV shows about once a week where I teach you how to do all these things. Okay? And then, my friends, you'd have the secrets that took an investor who's addicted to the business 24 years to figure out. And you'd have it in as much time as it took you to watch some TV shows. All right, let me give you one more challenge. You can't sell your flip. You bought a house, you intend to flip it, you can't sell it, okay? What are you going to do? That's a pretty big challenge. You're stuck with this house. It's costing you money right now. Well, if you didn't have to sell the house, you wouldn't have that problem, all right? Typically, when I buy a house, I buy it with the intention of keeping it. And the flipping part is an option that I have to use whenever I want to, if I have to. Sometimes I need money. Sometimes I have to sell property. But I tend to do it only when I have to, and I do it very reluctantly. But if you had to sell a house, that's something that you could always do, okay? But you don't want to ever go into it being that's what you're going to do. 123 Oak Lane, I bought it because I'm going to sell it to somebody else. I don't like that plan. I like to always have multiple strategies. I'd rather keep that house and rent it to somebody and get paid to buy it when I buy it. Now, that's something I'm in control of that property from the minute I bought it until the end of the day whenever I eventually sell it. Okay? I want to be the guy who controls. Finding a tenant to rent my property is a hell of a lot easier than finding somebody to buy it at a price I need to sell it for. So those are some of the important challenges that you'll come up with in your career. Let me tell you about some speaking engagements that I'm doing this month. Okay, right now it's like February 8th today. On February 11th, I'm going to be in Quakertown. I'm going to be at Caitlin and Cody's restaurant, I guess. I don't know what that is. I've never been there before, but it's in Quakertown. People from Quakertown will know where Caitlin and Cody's is. I'll be there on February 11th at 6:30, and we're going to be talking about real estate investing. And I believe the topic of that meeting is a formal education will make you a living. But self-education, okay, will make you a fortune. I want to share with you some great ideas there. On February 18th, I'm going to be in Philadelphia on City Line Ave. I'm going to be at the Royal Buffet and Grill, and it's somewhere right on City Line Ave. And that will also be at 6:30 Monday night, February 18th. And on February 25th, I'll be in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, at the Mandarin Buffet, and that's on North Kings Highway. And that's a cool place, and we'll be in there. And I believe we'll be talking about investing in Florida, why I'm investing in Florida, and how you can be a part of such a venture. So it's 3 dates you can come see me. All right? February 11th in Quakertown, February 18th on City Line Ave, February 25th in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You got my book. You can pick up a copy of it at addictedtorealestate.com. You got my free TV show, which you can sign up with your name and email at addictedtorealestate.com, right on the front page. Okay? And I'll send you these free TV shows. Great information to help you become a successful real estate investor. I've also got a lot of other things coming up. I got a coaching call I'll be announcing this month where you can be a part of that for $20 a month. You can be on the call with me for an hour and a half every 2 weeks. We talk about real estate investing. I'm Phil Falcone. Thanks for watching today's episode, and I hope you get busy buying and avoid the challenges in real estate investing. Thanks.